yoga about. I've got all my notes here, just so I remember everything that I need to speak about. And thank you, Sasha, for inviting me here.
Thank you.
I'm grateful to be sharing my passion of yoga with you all. And I'd just like to spend the next minute just closing your eyes, just so we can center ourselves, become aware and become present, and just focus on your breath. Just the gentle inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Just keep going with the natural flow of breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. Becoming present in your body, connecting your mind into your body and into your soul. And just becoming aware of what's going on inside, rather than focusing on your thoughts. If they come in, just let them flow in, but let them flow out as you keep bringing your focus to the breath. Calming your mind and relaxing your body. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Now slowly opening your eyes, bringing you back into the room. Feeling a sense of calmness in your mind, relaxing in your body. So welcome. And what a lovely day it's been, empowering ourselves to be the best. And learning about the foods and the oils, and in with the meditation and Sasha. It's been really inspiring and I've really enjoyed it, especially in the surroundings where we are today. I feel real power, a sense of relaxation, and it's just lovely meeting everyone and chatting on the same journey. And I found yoga about 8 years ago. For me, I've always exercised from a young age. But I was into the more cardio exercise, body pump. I was always doing aerobics, running, anything. Was trying to lose weight, trying to burn off calories, and just focusing on the exercise. And I got to a point in my life where I was suffering from a personal trauma. I was going through a really difficult time in my life, and I was struggling. I was finding it hard to focus as a mum. I just wasn't living, you know, and I didn't want to sort of go along the route of picking up alcohol or drugs and go down that line, or go and take, as we've discussed, you know, going to the doctor and being prescribed antidepressants. I wanted something more natural. And a friend of mine said to me, come to a yoga class. And I was like, oh, all those negative thoughts came up for me of what we do with yoga. Oh, they're all weirdy, the people that do yoga. You know, it's all old people. It's slow. They do these funny positions. You know, I'm not cut out for doing that. And she said, no, come and try it. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll go and try it, because at this point I was willing to do anything at the time just to feel better in myself, you know, rather obsessing on this difficult time I was having. I needed something else to take my mind off of it. So I went along to a class. And if I'm honest, at that class, I didn't really enjoy it that much, and it was slow, it was a little bit boring. And when I finished, my friend asked me, how was it? You know, did you enjoy it? And I was like, I didn't find it that great. And she said to me, look, don't just give up. Keep trying different classes, different teachers, you know, and find who you connect with, what is right for you, because in yoga there's so many different types of yoga you can go to. Like Sasha said, you've got very strong yoga, you've got very slow yoga, you've got standing yoga, you know, there's just so many different types. And also I feel you have to have a connection with the teacher as well. So I went along, I went to a few different classes, and I actually found a few teachers that I really connected with. I found some classes that I started to enjoy, so I kept going. I found I was quite flexible, and that empowered me a bit more to go to more classes, because I found, wow, I'm actually quite good at that. I found I wasn't very good at balancing, but the more I was working at it and the more classes I was going to, I was getting balanced. My core was strengthening. I was finding an inner strength that was coming into me, and I was getting a calmness in my body and in my mind that I hadn't felt from other exercise, and found that yoga wasn't just about the exercise. It taught me to breathe, which I was taught that we don't actually breathe consciously. A lot of the time we shallow breathe and we don't breathe enough. So by learning to breathe deeply and using exercises to do this, we bring in an energy into our bodies, which helps the blood to circulate, the energy to flow, which gives us more energy in our lives and stops us being so tired, you know, because I suffer with tiredness. And, you know, when I do my yoga, I find a new sense of energy. So I was finding all these benefits, which actually helped me to commit to a practice. I started off with 1 class a week, to 2 classes a week, to 3 classes a week, and I was really gaining strength inside, and like I said, a calmness in the mind that I hadn't had before, because I do tend to obsess. I do tend to have I'm a person that either is up or completely down, and I was finding it was giving me a balance. So I decided to embark on becoming a yoga teacher, because my teacher was saying, you're really growing in this practice and it's coming quite natural to you. Why don't you do that? And I was at the point of my life that I was a mum, my children were getting older, I needed to become independent for myself to look at a career. You know, I'd spent 45 years deciding what to do, and I thought, why not? Why not become a teacher and share the benefits that I gained from the practice? So I took myself off to India, and because I thought, if I do it here, I have so many interruptions. I'm a single parent, so the children are always wanting my attention, or something else comes up, I have to go and do that. So I thought, if I go to India, I'm there on my own, I can just totally focus on myself, take an intensive course, which I did, and it was very daunting at first. I was scared, you know, and I had all the negative thoughts coming in. I'm too old, there's too many yoga teachers, all of these thoughts were coming up, but I carried on doing it. I finished the course, I passed, I came back, and I set up my classes. Well, to be honest, at first I was actually scared to set up classes, because I thought, oh, I'm no good, how can I stand in front of people, do I know enough, and all these thoughts. But a few friends actually got in touch and said, when are you gonna start your classes up, Natasha? And I'm like, okay, I'll do you a class, and I did it, and from then I've grown and I've really come into myself with the classes, and I've got 5 classes a week now that I teach, and I'm growing from them, and it's really empowered me that, you know, whatever you put your mind to, you can actually do, and not be put off by the negative thoughts that we have. And like I say, yoga's given me a deeper connection to my inner body I never knew existed. You know, I'm breathing more consciously now, which is giving me more energy in my life. And also, the practice that I teach is a yin and yang practice. And this is working internally on the organs. So, although we're holding positions for a while, you're stimulating your kidneys, your liver, your heart, your stomach, your spleen, the internal world that we forget about inside our bodies, you know. And for instance, when our kidney chi is not balanced, we can just take a yoga pose, which is very simple, that we hold, and we use our breath. And having unbalanced kidney chi could be to do with our back issues. So rather than you thinking you've got strain on your back, it could actually be an imbalance. Also, if you're having negative thoughts a lot and you don't have clear thinking in your mind, this can be a kidney imbalance. So using yoga poses can actually free the energy and help it flow freely into the kidneys. And again, with liver, there's certain poses in the yin practice that I teach that can free up the energy into the liver, which also, you know, if you have an imbalance in your liver, you can have bloating of the belly. Again, sleep is disturbed, mood swings. So by having certain poses in your practice that are to do with the liver, this can help you live life fully. So for the benefit, you know, and another thing is people say, come to my classes, and the first thing they say to me, I'm not flexible. I can't do it because I've had a knee operation, I've had a hip replacement. And that's absolutely fine, because in yoga, we can do the poses with props. I have a lady who comes and she sits in the chair doing the poses, doing the exercises. You know, it's inclusive of everybody can do it. You're never too old. You know, my youngest student is 9 and she comes, she's learning the breathing, you know, and more it needs to be happening to the youngsters, because we're not being aware or being present in our bodies, you know, and yoga does give us the awareness that we need, which also helps the mind. It's mind training as well. So when we're in the poses and working with the body, we're also using the breath, which a lot of people do panic about. Oh God, I can't do all that breathing. To be honest, if you keep it simple in the beginning, and like we just did in that exercise, just feeling the flow entering into the body and the flow leaving the body, this will help to keep you in a meditative state rather than being in your thoughts and your mind and constantly stressing about the future, dwelling on the past. It will keep you in the present, in your body, which will help with your creativity, will give you a stronger connection into your body, mind and soul, like I did say. It also teaches you patience, how to be patient with yourself, and how to accept where you are in the poses that you take, you know, and not being annoyed with yourself because you can't get there. Teaching you to be okay where you are at that time. You know, like I said, people come, I can't get into that pose. I said, well, no, it's a journey. It takes time, effort, it takes commitment, which yoga teaches as well. You know, a commitment to a practice. And the most important commitment is turning up to the class every week and doing it. You know, this is the most important thing. Taking time out of your life to nurture your body. You know, and people say to me, I really want to come to your class, Natasha, but I can't, I haven't got time, I've got this to do, I've got that to do. And I say to them, do you know what, one day you won't have time to do those things because you're not spending enough time on you. You're stressing about what you need to do rather than being in the present, the here and the now. So yoga isn't just about the poses. It's about the patience, the commitment, the acceptance of where you are and who you are as a person. There's so much more to it than just yoga. And tomorrow I'm going to lead a class for you all, which I hope you all will come to. So nobody says, I can't do it because I've got a really bad hip. It's fine, we're going to sit you in the chair and you can do it there. You know, I'm gonna bring my mats, and I just want you to try it and give it a go. Is there anyone in here who does have yoga as a regular practice? Great! Nobody except my ladies. So that's great. So it'd be your first time tomorrow trying the practice. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. And please don't be shy or nervous. It's really great to try it, because there is a stigma sometimes to yoga that you think you've got to be this certain person or this certain way, or you've got to be skinny, or I'm too fat, or I'm too old, or I'm too young. You're not. You know, I've just encouraged my mum, who's 76, to come along to the classes, and she just does very basic classes, and she's really suffering with her back, and she said to me, I can't do it, I can't come, I've got a bad back. I went, Mum, just come. She came and did it, and like you were saying, Sue, she's like, oh my God, my back, it's amazing. You know, people think they've got to get on the floor and do this really strenuous exercise. You don't. Yoga's for you, and it's not about putting pressure on yourself, it's about doing what you can do. You know, I say to people, if you want to sit in a child's pose, which is a very calming pose, for 10 minutes, do that. If you're doing that and breathing, that's fabulous. And then join in the class when you're ready. You know, so it's working with your body and what's right for you, not about what anyone else is doing. So I hope to see you all here tomorrow for the class, and give it a go and see if you like it. I hope you do, because I just know what yoga's given to me. It's given me a whole new awareness to life and to my body. So thank you for listening.